Siman Kuf Yud Aleph Sif Tez Zayin. If somebody is leaving town for Pesach, he is permitted to appoint somebody else to be the shliach to do the bedika and bittul chametz on his house. Now, one of the things that he has to do is he has to explicitly appoint that person as his shliach. It has to be beferish. Now, when the person who is the shliach, who is doing the bedika, when he gets to bittul, what he has to do is he has to say, I'm being mevatel the balabayas' chametz. That's what he should say. And even though the shliach himself is doing the bittul for the balabayas, still, wherever the balabayas is for Pesach, Erev Pesach, he should also still be mevatel those chametz himself. Sif Yud Zayin. If somebody finds chametz in his house on Chol Hamoed, and throughout this sif, we're going to be referring to chametz that was not sold to the goy. So if you find chametz in your house on Chol Hamoed, then as soon as you find it, you should take it and burn it and do bir chametz. Not only that, but you can even make a bracha on the bir chametz if the chametz that you find is a kazayas or more. If the chametz that you find is less than a kazayas, then of course you're going to have to still burn it, but you cannot make a bracha in that situation. Now, what happens if you find chametz on Yom Tif or Shabbos Chol Hamoed, or in this year the Shabbos, which is Erev Pesach, and we know that chametz itself is muksa, you're not allowed to move the chametz when you find it on Yom Tif or Shabbos. So then what you should do is you should cover the chametz with a utensil, and then Matzah Yom Tif or Matzah Shabbos, you will go and burn that chametz. And again, the halacha, whether you should make the bracha or not, is going to depend on how big the chametz is, if it's more than a kazayas or less. Now that is only if you find the chametz on a Shabbos that's in the middle of Pesach or the first days of Yom Tov. But what happens if you find chametz on the last days of Yom Tov? So then, of course, the halacha still is that you're not allowed to have any anah from that chametz. You're going to have to burn it, and you're going to have to burn it matzah Yom Tov, but you will not make a bracha even if the chametz that you find is more than a kazayas, because Pesach is already over.